Okay guys, welcome back. So the last video I talked about the first 4 steps in detaching from a man. Now I'm going to be talking about the last 6 or the remaining 6 steps to detach from the man. So if you have not watched the part 1 of this video, you need to watch it because it's a step-by-step method. Now the 5th step in detaching is create distance. A lot of people say, oh, I want to detach from him, and guess what? They're always going to places where they know their boyfriend or their ex is. So you know he always goes to that store to shop every Saturday when you are together or when you guys were together. And every Saturday you said you have broken up, but you always go there by 10 a.m. to always go and buy groceries. Who are you deceiving? You know he's always at so event every Thursday, and you are always going there every Thursday, and you say you are breaking up. Detaching means you want to cut off, not because he becomes your enemy, but because you don't want to have stuff to do with him again. Like you're breaking it off, like really breaking it off. Create distance. Virtually create distance. Don't go about commenting on his post when you say you are detaching. Don't go about liking his pictures and saying, oh my god, you are so good. Don't go about sending him text that you miss him. Don't pick his calls. Yes. See, if you don't even know the reason you are doing this, you can't see. That's why you need to know why you're doing this. That's the first thing. Because if you don't know why you're doing this, you can't keep up with these things. It's a step-by-step process. So that's why I did not say create distance as number 1. Because if you create distance without knowing why you are creating distance, your brain will tell you something is wrong and you will go back to him. But when you know why you are creating the distance and you have spoken to someone you are accountable to and you have broken it off with him, you can create distance now. Your brain has seen it as, oh, we are progressing, right? So create distance physically, virtually, event-wise. Sometimes you might need to cancel some events or some functions because you know he's there. Some people will listen to this and say, oh, that's too extreme. Let me live my life. Okay, go and live your life and fall back to being with the wrong guy. That's what you want, right? So go do it. Go do it. I'm see for myself. Go see for yourself. The right and the healthiest thing for you to do when you're detaching is you don't have the strength to say no yet. Detaching means you don't even have the strength to say no yet. You have probably not healed from the heartbreak or from the pain of leaving him. So creating distance is the most sensible thing to do. Make sense? Yes. Now the 6th thing or the 6th step to detach is create a new normal. 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 Create a new normal. See, I feel like a lot of people say they are breaking up, they try to detach, but they still have their old life doing the exact things they used to do. And so there's still a void for the person they left in their lives. Let me give you a practical example. Let's say when you were dating this guy, you guys used to, if it was a long distance relationship, you guys used to talk every night from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. right? When you want to break up or when you're trying to detach, you have to look for something else that you need to insert into 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. so that when it's 8 p.m. you don't start crawling around on your bed missing him. If it was a short distance relationship, let's say you guys used to hang out every Saturday from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. for example. When it's Saturday, now you want to create a new normal, a new routine for 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Saturday so that you don't go about missing him and you have to go back to him. Many times when you're trying to detach, you have to create a new routine, a new normal. Go out, hang out with new people, take up new hobbies, take up new chores, learn new stuff, right? Be with new people, explore, but explore modestly. Remember what I said earlier, that when you're trying to get someone to be accountable to, don't do it with the opposite gender preferably so that you don't fall in love with the wrong person again. The same way, when you're trying to explore and create a new normal, you're trying to meet new people, don't fall into the trap of falling in love at that period. You are just healing. You don't even know what you want for yourself yet. You're not clear-headed to make a decision. Don't fall in love at that period. Explore modestly. Don't go about drinking. Don't go about smoking. because all in the name of you're trying to explore. Don't go about doing like doing nonsense or crap because you're trying to create a new normal. Explore modestly. Make sense? Yes. So you have to create a new normal. Now, the 7th step to detaching is practice emotional release. Like it sounds, emotional release is simply releasing your emotions. One of the mistakes I see many people make when trying to detach is denying their feelings. And so when they deny their feelings, they keep bottling the feelings up, they bottle it up, bottle it up, bottle it up, until one day they come across the ex or they jam the ex somewhere again and everything just spills over. It comes out. And then you see yourself going back to the person you said you're trying to detach from. You have to actually give room for emotional release. How can you do emotional release? Number 1, journaling. Write down how you feel. There are times you will miss him, definitely. There are times you feel like going back to meet him. There are times you miss the things he does for you, the gifts he buys you, the text he sends you, the lovey-dovey part, the way people see you together. There are times you will miss emotional intimacy. Write it down at that period. I miss him. Write it. Number 2, cry. Cry. Whenever you feel like crying, cry. Don't hold back your tears and be forming strong woman, because you will need it. You will need it. Cry when you need to cry. The 3rd thing is give room for creativity. Sometimes you might need to turn your pain into creativity. First, for example, let's say you're a writer. If you're trying to detach and sometimes you miss your partner, you can convert that energy or transform that energy into creativity, into writing. You can try to write a novel, write a piece, write a marketing content in that line. Convert that energy into that. Right? Do that. Number 4 is you want to keep a video diary. Video diary means create videos of yourself when you're crying, when you're sad. Talk to yourself in the camera and be like, I miss him because of this. You might not want to journal something, so say it into the camera and keep it in a folder. Just keep it back there. So you are releasing your emotions to yourself via the camera. Does that make sense? So allow for creative release and be real. Like, be real to yourself. Don't deceive yourself. Don't lie to yourself that I should be over it now. No, you're not over it. You're hurting. Be real. Now, another way you can actually allow emotional release is by therapy. Therapy. Sometimes you see all the things I said earlier: journaling, creativity, video diary, writing, all of that. All of those things is when you want to do it to yourself, with yourself, when you're there. But to somebody else, you want to release emotionally to somebody else, you need therapy. Get a therapist, guys. Get a counselor. Sometimes you just want to go and rant to your counselor. That's what I do. So you can book a call with me if you're in this stage of your life. The call link is going to be in the description of this video. Don't hoard it. Don't hoard your emotions. Book a therapy session. Talk to a therapist, talk to a counselor. Just pour out to them, either physically or virtually. Just keep talking and talking and talking. That's what they are getting paid to do. So they have to listen, and they would have to give you actionable steps to cope while you are hurting, while you are healing, right? So that's another way for you to allow emotional release. Accept that things have changed. Accept that the reality has changed. Accept that you have broken up and you have broken up for good. Accept it and try to live your life like that. Get it? Now, number 8 step in detaching is work on you. Work on yourself. Grow. Aim for growth for yourself. The period where you're healing, working on yourself helps you transfer your attention from grieving, not grief because it's not death, or let's say from hurting and from healing into developing yourself. For example, spiritual development. Talk to, do Bible study, pray, write, go to church. So develop yourself spiritually. Listen to messages and sermons. Develop yourself spiritually. The second way to develop yourself is career-wise. You can decide to change career or transition into different career paths. For example, you can decide that, you want to pick up a side hustle. You want to maybe go into tech, you want to develop a new career path, or you want to, just develop yourself. You can decide to go for workshops, go for master classes, go for networking events. Work on yourself. Number 3, the first thing I said there is spiritual development. The second one is career development or secular development. Now the third one now is financial development. Work on making more money. Think. How can you make more money? Your passion. Think of your passions, or what do you like doing that it can bring you more money. Think of your skills. What skills do you have that can bring you more money? Talents. What talents do you have what are you naturally good at? Your strengths. Think of your likes, things that you are good at. Think of how to make more money. Think. Financial development. Rather than you coding love and say, oh, I miss him. Think of how to make more money. Get it? Now, the fourth type of development you want to do is mental development. Watch YouTube videos like you're doing right now. Watch more YouTube videos, watch motivational videos, watch talk shows. By the way, my talk show is coming out this August. I'm starting my talk show, and every month there's going to be new episodes, right? And the aim of my talk show is for you to get actionable steps on how to heal, because I'm going to be inviting guests that will talk about times in their lives where they had to heal, either from a relationship heartbreak, or from self-esteem, or from mental health trauma or grief, right? So remember, I'm a mental health advocate, and I know that a lot of people go to talk shows to talk about only their achievements, and they don't talk about how they dealt with self-doubt, low self-esteem, trauma healing, or relationship heartbreak along the line. Right? A lot of people say, oh, I went through a heartbreak and I'm fine now. How did you become fine? Right? So my guests are going to be talking about this, and every month there's going to be a new episode. So it's going to be on this channel, but it's going to be on a playlist called Ginger with Sinesses. Ask me how I got the name Ginger. Ginger means to give someone a vibe or make someone feel in the mood to do something, right? So check back to this channel or go to the playlist right now to check my talk shows, and you will get a lot from it. So back to what I was saying. Develop yourself mentally. Watch talk shows, listen to podcasts, listen to people, watch videos, watch movies, right? Develop yourself and grow. And for some people, you might want to start another degree academically. You might say, oh, I'm going for my master's, I'm going for my bachelor's, I'm going for my postgraduate diploma degree, I'm going for my PhD. Just make sure you grow and invest in yourself, because you also want to be positioned for the right person, right? Remember, you're leaving someone, but you want to be with someone else, so you also want to develop yourself to be good and better. Make sense? Now, the 9th step in detaching is be around great people. Many people make this mistake. When they are trying to detach from somebody, they go around being with people that talk them down. It's not going to help you. Be around great people, people that have value to add to your life, people that love you, people that will cheer you, people that will motivate you, that will encourage you, that have compassion for you, that will make you feel good about yourself, that would push you to become the best, that would be accountable with you, that would be sincere with you. Be around great people. Be around great people. You need people more than ever at this period of your life. And the last thing that I'm going to talk about, the last step in detaching, which is not necessarily supposed to be the last, but the last thing I'm talking about is involve God in your journey. You are healing. Oh, I know I talk about mental health stuff. There are tips, there are actionable points, there are a lot of practical tips I give, but God, He heals the brokenhearted. Oh yes, I said it. Sometimes God heals the brokenhearted via therapists or counselors, but you have to have a relationship with God. You are healing. You need God more than ever. If you don't know, I'm telling you now, you need God more than ever. Join a local church. Join a church with church members that would care for you, that would check up on you, that you can always talk to, that you can have community engagement or activities with, right? So I'm very, very sure. Remember, I talked about therapy too. Now, if all of this don't work for you, therapy is your option. Therapy is your best bet. Now, I'm very sure, I put my hand on my chest, very, very sure that you cannot try all of this and not detach from that man, except you don't work and follow these tips. So I hope and I wish you the very best. I hope that you find strength to detach from that man, because you know he's a wrong man and you can actually get a better man. You deserve better, girl. So like I said earlier, like this video, share with your friends, click the notification bell, subscribe to this channel, and I hope that you see me in my next video. Bye.